Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Ultima 9 Ascension. When last we left off, the Avatar finally arrived in Britannia and was almost immediately incinerated by a dragon. Fortunately, a mysterious magic took us to Stonegate. We can only presume that that was likely Hawkwind, and thus we went through the second and final part of the tutorial to get here, into the open air of Britannia. There were lots of enemies for us to fight around here, and I imagine the cave that Hawkwind mentioned is going to be guarded, because let's face it, the Guardian knows that we're here, and Blackthorn has been ordered to slow us down. And if we happen to die while we're being slowed down, all the better, eh? Let us have at thee with this rat. This should be relatively easy because we are now a lot stronger than we were on Earth. Have at thee! And one strike is all that is required. And there's the gold. We now have 42. How strong are we now? Let us check that out by going to our vitals and seeing that our strength is powerful. And we now have 90 maximum health. Strength determines your hit points. And we only have 15 mana. Our mana is pathetic, but we'll hopefully get more as time goes on. We'll take this potion, because we could always do with more of them, and we'll also take this gold. And see about taking care of this fish. Because there looks to be something there that we can get. Now let's get the stone spell, and start throwing stones in, and maybe one of them will hit. If we throw enough rocks at you, fish, eventually we will get you. Or we could miss forever. Yeah, that's actually, nope, we got you! Haha! Now, let us go and grab a few things. Now you can see there is a, oxygen meter here. There's some gold. I want that gold, so we will, get that. We'll go up and get some more air. We'll be relying on the, spell for throwing stones for quite a bit, because that's our only effective ranged weapon at the moment. Also, I believe C should be able to get us out of here. Or is it space? One of these should work. There we go. C. And we are out. Now, there's a rock here. Rocks are not going to help us apart from the magic rocks. And there is a wolf. We've took care of wolves before. Have at thee! Ooh, careful. Now, this foe takes more than a few hits. But we did prevail. Did you drop anything awesome for us? I don't think you did, but I do see something that we might want. I believe these are reagents. Let us check them out. And yep, that looks like a reagent to me. Let's put these here and hope that we can get some more stuff as time goes on. We definitely want more stuff. Now, over here is... that looks like another reagent. Do with more of that. And there is that cave that was mentioned. We want to go around the other way first and check out everything, because we can't come back here once we are done with this area. Also, texture pop-in. Not unexpected considering the age of the game. Let's go around this way and see if there's anything hidden by anything. Oh! There is a wolf! You think you can try and outsmart me? The answer is no! One strike. That's all we needed. And thanks for the gold! I'm still not going to ask where you get that gold from, but I'm glad it's there. Now, there might be some things over here that we want, like a little more gold. Nope, no gold here. But there is... oh, there's a rat, though.
Wait until you see what I have done to your beloved land. You and I will have some fun together here in Britannia.
Nice to see you're as gloating as before. Now, let us have at thee with you. Oh, I believe we have been poisoned. Not much we can do about that, really, so let's just let that bit of health fade away. And there's you! Going to ignore you for now and grab these arrows. These arrows are going to be very useful when we eventually get a bow. We do not yet have a bow, and I'm just going to check here again? Nope, nothing there. So you remember that person in the cutscene that was on the dragon and attacked us with fire? This is not that same person, but it most certainly is one of the Worm Guard. So we're going to save and see if we can have at thee. We should be able to, especially if we throw loads of magical rocks at them. But I think they have something to say.
I see! You've come at last! You're too late, Avatar. Britannia is ours. My master will be most pleased with me when I bring you to him.
We can ask him some questions. Now, we know who his master is. So let us instead ask who he is. Perhaps we shall start a long rivalry that will span the entire game.
Who are you?
I am Kalando of the Worm Guard, and I'm going to use your capture to gain rank in the Guard.
We can now ask about who his master is, and let's do so just for the purpose of dialogue.
Who is your master?
His name is Lord Blackthorn. Don't worry, you'll be meeting him soon enough.
And now combat. Well, guess what? I have the ability to spam magical rocks at you! And you really should have had a ranged weapon because I've defeated you! Ha ha! Rocks 1, you 0. We want this sword if only so that we can sell it, and we get nothing else from you. And that is the end of the combat, and all of these runes have now vanished. Or at least faded away somewhat. I wonder why that is. Either way, let us now see if this thing works, and will bring us to Britannia. Not only did it bring us into the heart of Britannia, it literally brought us right to the throne room of Castle Britain. We are here, Lord British, we've arrived. Greetings, sir. Who are you?
So, you have arrived at last. My name is Hennington. I'm Lord British's seneschal. I run his daily affairs. He has been expecting you for quite some time. You should go find him right away. He needs to talk to you. It's very important.
So very, very important. Greetings, sir. Nice to make your acquaintance.
May I ask you some questions?
Certainly not. You need to talk to Lord British. It's very important. Now go.
That makes a lot of sense, and I did not expect that when I first played the game. I expected to have a long conversation with him about all kinds of things. But trust me, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for a lot of conversation, as you can ask a lot of people a lot of things. A lot of things that you really should know, but we'll get to that later. And there is Lord British, who is looking a lot older than I remember last seeing him. Greetings.
Avatar, it is you at long last. I sent word seeming ages ago and have awaited your arrival day and night, and now you're here. Welcome back to Britannia, Avatar. Sadly, I fear that I have little to offer you, but what I have is yours. I tell you truly, Avatar, trouble, very serious trouble is afoot in our land, and we need your help if Britannia is to survive in peace and security.
How could I refuse to help you? We can't, because we're the Avatar, and we must protect Britannia. But we need to know some stuff first, Lord British. What evil has been unleashed?
What evil has been unleashed in Britannia?
I'm not entirely sure. Giant columns have sprung from the ground. My advisors tell me that there is sickness in many areas, poverty in others, and that strife is spreading. I am told that the people have grown discontented with my rule, yet I know not what to do. I fear that only you can solve the mystery of this pernicious darkness, Avatar. I know that I have asked much of you over the years, but we need you now more than ever. Will you dedicate yourself to our survival?
Oh, you have asked a lot of us, but we would never refuse you, or the people of Britannia.
On my word.
Thank you, Avatar. You have truly given this land a hope for survival. I suggest that you first go to the dungeon Despise. It is located just northeast of Britain. It is easy to find. Just look for the great column that reaches into the sky. The entrance to Despise is next to the column. Are you in need of more detailed instructions, or do you think that will suffice?
We should probably know where that dungeon is. After all, we have been there numerous times in our many adventures. In fact, we should know a lot about the layout of Britannia. And yet, a lot has changed as well. So, let's ask for some detailed instructions anyway.
Yes, I would like some detailed instructions.
Very well, 'tis easy enough. Simply exit Britain by the east gate, and stay on the road until it intersects with another road. At this intersection, turn to the north. This road will take you to the column. As I said, the entrance to Despise is near that column. While I'm thinking about it, I should give you this map. Here, it will help you along in your journeys. Within the dungeon you will find one of these columns, and with it, perhaps some answers. Of course, you're free to take any supplies that you find here in my castle. In fact, I have had a room upstairs prepared for you should you wish to use it. There is even some money there. Take it and use it to buy supplies or whatever you may need in town. I will do anything that I can to aid you in your quest. May all of the virtues be with you, my son.
I have a question, Lord British. Remember the whole loads of magical stuff that I accumulated in Ultima 7? What happened to that? Why have I not arrived to a huge amount of stuff that I can just use, like a completed spellbook and a full set of magical gear? Where did that all go? For me, having to save the world once again, you're quite unprepared for it, and I do have to wonder, if people are discontented with your rule, why haven't you been doing things to try and help the people of Britannia? All you've done, it would seem, is call for me, and wait, and wait, and wait. Shouldn't you have been a bit more proactive? But either way, we're here now, and we can hopefully help. Also, I like the fact that the guards whistle that tune. It's just a nice touch. Let's talk to you some more.
How fares your quest?
We could say we've had little success so far, and, we will be, optimistic.
So far, things are progressing well, though I'll need more time.
Of course you will need more time. You have only just begun your quest. I'm glad to know that things are progressing well. Please come back when you have something more to report. My thanks and blessings go with you, Avatar.
I'm surprised that he actually believed us when we said that our quest was going well, because we literally hadn't moved. But either way, greetings!
Stay out of trouble.
Oh, don't worry, I will. There's no promise that I will. Let's talk to you!
To greet the Avatar.
Greetings!
To greet the Avatar, and welcome him back to Britannia.
Greetings! How do you know me? Well, I think it's a bit obvious, considering that Lord British literally just identified us as the Avatar, but we'll ask this question.
How do you know me?
To know the Avatar through stories. To know that Lord British has been trying to summon you. To know the Avatar through gargoyle legends of the false prophet.
Ah, you're well read. Also, I like the fact that the gargoyles have retained that curious quirk of speech. Let's find out who this gargoyle is.
I'm sorry. Who are you again?
To be Vasagralam of the gargoyles. To be honored to meet you, yet to still be very saddened over my plight.
Your plight? Also, there is this dialogue here. This is the first of many bits of dialogue that gears the conversation towards teaching people stuff that they should know from the previous games. There's a lot in Ultima 9 that points the game towards it being the introductory game for many people to the saga. Considering this is the last game in the saga, that is a very curious decision, especially considering that 2 years before the release of this game, there was the Ultima Collection that had all of the previous games in it. We're going to click this anyway, just so that we hear the dialogue, and so that this gargoyle can question if we actually are the Avatar, considering we know absolutely nothing.
I'm sorry, but what? I mean, who are the gargoyles?
To be slightly hurt by the Avatar. To wonder if it has been so long that the Avatar does not remember the gargoyle race. To remind the Avatar that the gargoyles are a proud race that have lived in Britannia for many generations.
See? The NPC is actually hurt by the fact that the Avatar doesn't know. They're surprised that you're asking this question because you shouldn't be asking this question. But fortunately, this gargoyle will forget that we asked that, and it doesn't have any real impact besides a tiny bit of world building and offending him.
What's wrong, Visagralem?
To have many bad things happen. To have witnessed pride swell in the gargoyle race. To have argued with other gargoyles when they separated themselves by building the dome. To have been banished by my own people. To even have had our Codex lens stolen from us.
Oh! A lot of stuff has happened to the gargoyle race while we've been away. Pride swelling up. That is the opposite of humility. And that's not good. We have a lot of information to get here. It's surely going to be important.
Why were you banished? How were you banished?
To know that my people have lost respect for their traditions since the columns appeared. To have seen my people become consumed with pride and have disagreed with them over the building of a giant dome over Ambrosia. Finally, to have had the people send myself and my servant Desbit into exile. And to be greatly saddened by events, but to persevere.
The columns appeared, and the gargoyles got consumed by pride. I'm sure there's not a connection there at all. There's probably a connection there. Also, Codex lens. That being stolen is pretty bad.
Do you know who stole the lens?
To know nothing of the lens or what happened to it. To only know that it disappeared some time ago. To be unable to read the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. To know that without the lenses, the Codex appears to be gibberish. To hope that perhaps you can help find the lens.
I'll certainly try my best. Also, having access to the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom would be very handy for guiding the gargoyles and us. Also, we can ask about the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. Of all the things, Avatar, you should know what this is. This is the thing that made you an Avatar. But let's ask the question anyway, because it's there.
The Codex of Ultimate Wisdom?
To not believe that the Avatar could have forgotten about the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. To know that the Codex is the holy book of my people and yours. To know that the Codex will answer any question asked of it, provided the lenses are used.
We may be using the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom to figure out how to defeat the Guardian. And again, we should have known what that was. We'll try to find the lens.
I will try to find the lens.
To be very grateful to you, Avatar. To have hope that things can now improve for the Gargoyle people.
Here's the hoping. We have a quest. Also, we're totally going to be heading upstairs because we have things that we can get from there, as Lord British told us. Also, hello, how are you?
Hello, sir.
Greetings. Who are you?
What is your name?
Siona. I'm a musician here in Lord British's court. Lord British has always been a music lover.
That's very true.
May I ask you for some information?
I'll be happy to help, but I'm afraid that unless you have a musical question, I won't be of much help.
I take it that you're quite a music lover.
Oh, yes. Music is very powerful and can accomplish some unexpected things.
Is there magic in music? There may be, but we can't really ask anything apart from her name again.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So long! She says goodbye so enthusiastically. Either way, let's go this way and head into this room. Now in here is a book. Ooh, we can read this. Creation of potions. First you will need to place a flask full of water along with the proper reagent on an alchemy set. Use the alchemy set while the proper ingredients are in place to create a potion. Be careful though, if your ingredients are incorrect, you could create an explosion or poison. Hurrah! There are no hurrahs there. On dreams and visions. demons. Some say that in our dreams our astral selves journey to other realms of existence. Others say that imps and demons create dreams to disturb our sleep. Now let the truth be known, dreams are messages from the spirit world. Someday we will learn to decipher them, and benefit greatly thereby. Interesting theory. Now let's read this book here and not get caught up on that table. Ah, we've already read this book, and conveniently, it was at the very end for us. Excellent. There's some water, and over here is... I think this is... Yep, this is Lord British's room. Now, let's go and see if there's anything that we can get. Ooh, hello. Money. And hello. Armor. That armor is better than the armor that we were wearing. Let's double check. Yep, armor's actually gone up, so leather is better than the thin chain. Confirmed. Now let us keep grabbing more things and reading more books. Also, there's a portal-y thing there. We're going to leave that for now. Can we open this? No. Can we open this? Also, swirly red there. I'm avoiding that intentionally. We can grab that, I think. I'm not sure what good it will do us, but we can grab it. And we can take a look out from our balcony and see that there's quite a lot to see here, including Poppin. And if we decided to throw ourselves off the balcony, not surprisingly, we would die. Now, this seems quite important. It looks a lot like the mirror that we saw in the cutscene with the Guardian Lord Blackthorn. I wonder what's going on here. Well, that doesn't look good at all. I think I know what that was, though. That looks an awful lot like the spell Armageddon, that consumes everything and kills everything. Is that a vision of the future, or a vision of what could be? Not encouraging either way, so let us quickly walk over to our room, there are only 2 rooms upstairs, and go grab some stuff. Ah, it's a lot more, humble than the room Lord British has, but to be fair, Lord British is the king, so it does make sense. Also in here, we are quickly running out of space. So I'm going to put a lot of my potions in here, and eventually I will be able to sell things. That eventually is not right now, though. Let's read this book. Ye Lost Art of Ballooning. Back in the days of the Avatar's quest, rumours spread of a strange sight in the skies. A tinker from the town of Minnock claimed to have rediscovered the lost art of ballooning. According to ancient lore, this was a mystical practice that allowed one to soar through the air, higher than the birds themselves. No records have been found of the rituals used to perform this feat, but several farmers from the area still tell tales of strange sights. A strange sphere was seen, way up in the sky, and the voices of men could be heard drifting down from it. The apparition drifted up into the clouds and was lost to sight. This took place years ago, and naught has been heard of the mystic art of ballooning since that time. Methinks it did not end so well. Let's read this book. Lord British, the biography of Britannia's longtime ruler, by K. Benos. While many may remember that Lord British was once but one of 8 monarchs, back when the lands were known as Caesarea, few are aware that he is not even a native of our own lovely Britannia. His origin is from another world, one from which he entered ours by way of a red moon gate. In fact, it is through this same type of gate that the Avatar of Legend purportedly enters Britannia. As ruler of one of the 8 kingdoms, he was instrumental in selecting a champion to face Mundane, Minax, and Exodus. When the terrible machine Exodus was defeated, 'twas Lord British behind whom all the people of Caesarea rallied. The unified land became known as Britannia. When Lord British as the sole monarch. Now never let it be said he rules with a tyrannical hand. His reign has always been one of truth, love and courage, supported by his utmost belief in the 8 virtues. It was Lord British who had the insight to call forth a quest for the Avatar, whom also happened to be the champion from the days of Caesarea, and who gave prosperity and happiness unto the people. Then came his mysterious disappearance, when the stranger who became the Avatar was called by his companions to aid in the search for the lost monarch. Note how Lord Blackthorn, affected by the Shadow Lords, quickly turned Britannia's fair lands into a place of terror. But find our noble Lord the Avatar did, and Britannia was restored to its former peaceful state. Then came the gargoyles, and our honourable sovereign thoughtfully requested the return of the Avatar. There appears to be a trend here of something bad happened. Avatar needs to be called. Something bad happened. Avatar needs to be called. Healing potions. Avatar needs to be called. I'm kidding about that last one, but I still want this. Ooh, it's a map of Britain. We want that. We also want this book. The Apothecary's Desk reference by Fateau. It is the author's expectation that thou art reading this to familiarise thyself with the effects of various potions based on their colour. The first part of this work will discuss such aspects, with the remaining pages covering materials and steps required to make such alchemical creations. Definitions. Black potion. Drinking this will render the individual invisible for several minutes. Blue potion. This mixture will allow the imbiber to breathe underwater for a limited time. Ooh, that's a useful one. Orange potion. This potion will restore some of the mana used during spellcasting. Also useful. Purple potion. This concoction will provide magical protection for several minutes of hard fighting. White potion. This powerful potion will create a short-lived shield of fire. Yellow potion. This concoction will give healing aid to the imbiber's wounds. Warning. Green potion. This potion is a dangerous toxin and will poison the imbiber, possibly killing the individual. Noted. Red potion. This fabulous drink will cure most poisons, including those acquired from the swamps, and that gained from drinking a green potion. Handy. Also, we have this. It's got money in it. We want that money. More importantly, we want that bag, because we are already starting to run out of space in our various pouches. So what we're going to do is close this one, open this one, and start putting potions in this one too. Hey! You didn't think that I'd be organising my inventory? Well, surprise! Inventory organisation is a go. Also, gonna put that there so that we don't accidentally use that one too. And everything else can stay here for now. We'll be selling all of this. What can we do with the extra gold? And so, folks, when we come back, we have explored some of Castle Britannia, and asked some questions that we really shouldn't have, and seen a potentially dark future. Things are truly grim if Armageddon may be afoot. We didn't even cast it this time. Or did we? We'll find out soon enough. And so, folks, I'll catch you next time, and I'll see you then. Later.